So a lot of times I'm asked to come out to the house because the garage had some issues. And garage's footings are separate from the house. They're higher, right? Because you got the basement. So sometimes the house is affected by the elements around it. Front porches, garages, streets. You ever heard of Streep Creep? Where that street just kind of walks along. A lot of times it happens at cul-de-sacs where you're going down the hill and there's the circle, right? Well, all those slabs of concrete are continuous and they push into each other. Look, we're on a turn here. So what happens is, you would think, do these move? Yes, they do. It's called street creep. It's very common. It's not common to people that don't know it, but I don't know a drum set like he does too. So, there's that. But we get experts in the areas that have some experience with this. Look at all the infrastructure we have here as well. In the sense that the ground was severely disturbed to get all this done, so it would only make sense. Now, another thing too is these streets are put on virgin a lot of times, meaning there's no rock under them. Clean cut, and they pour. They're allowed to do this. So, you've got this water rushing to a storm sewer, and water's 8.35 pounds per gallon. We've got thousands of gallons trucking on by. When it does, it wants to go and it wants to push, and it pushes everything on a turn, and this driveway's all been pushed. Well, how would you say that happened? That's a good question. These control joints that are put in, they're put in because they want to control the cracking. See the crack in there? Well, that's where you want it. That's why these are put in, and there's a little trowel that goes in, and that kind of cuts the concrete. So when it cracks down there, and your driveway looks great, and it does. But this monolithic piece of concrete now is all one piece, monolithic, one piece. In the sense that it all stays together. We don't have a membrane here. This is probably touching, this top part curved this off real nice. But as we come over and investigate the floor a little bit, because the back of the garage is being pushed, we're gonna see that. We'll see what got me here, the effect, but why was more important. So, with the lighting, do you see that, camera lady? Do you see? I can stick my hands in here. Mm-hmm. There is no way that was poured like that. This was moved. And that's how we see this all unseating. But when we come around and take a look back here, it starts to make a little more sense. It really does. So, do you see the hinging? So it's pushed at the top, which just pulls apart everything. So this whole piece, having been pushed, we have a monolithic piece here, and you can see where they put the step in. So this piece acts a little bit independently from the house. So the other part of the street creep cracked the wall that we see inside the basement. We'll take a picture of that, which runs down, and then ran this way. So, membrane will take care of the street creep, in the sense that we just put a membrane in, and then the street can't continue to crush the driveway into the house. So we can put it at the driveway and the garage right up top. It's not a big deal, but that's what keeps it from smushing any further and crushing the house. Then I can come back with carbon fiber and tighten all these things up. Footings are underneath the walls. If they had sunk, it'd be a different reaction. And we have a sump pump that's sitting in that corner. Wait a minute. I guess it discharges up and around through the back. We'll have to look for that, and that's the discharge there. Yeah. So the pump that's over there, it's funny away. There's not even drain towel coming to it, so there's nothing that undermined the corner. So I feel really confident in doing some carbon fiber on this and getting it fixed, putting a membrane at the garage, at the driveway. So if you have any other questions, feel free to call me. I'm Steven at Waterproof Solutions.